Hi. Hello. Welcome. All those other greetings that I do at the start of a stream out of the equivalent tradition and awkwardness. First off, a general apology to be given ambiently to space to fellow streamer Nikini, who went live at about the same time I did, and therefore our going live notifications sort of fought with each other for supremacy. I don't know who won. Anyway, hello, welcome back to Spengineer. This is what I hope to be the final act of the Not Mars trilogy that I've arbitrarily decided to make. It's simply a matter of, this is an old world, it left abandoned for a year. I came back to it to get acclimated to Spengineers again, but I would like to start something fresh and new, and hopefully with other people in some way, shape, or form. That's the goal. For now, though, let's just get back into the world, the system, and see everything that is there to see. We are here. Okay, so the basic understanding of what happened last time is we went into space. I ran out of fuel in space. In a desperate attempt to gain fuel back, we managed to find, salvage, and repurpose half of a derelict pirate ship. And we are now just sort of sitting in space next to where we found the ship. Ship itself, though, is pretty good. It's got the general amenities that you would imagine to see on any giant ship that a pirate stole and is using. It's got all sorts of stuff, like containers, fuel tanks, thrusters, landing gear, like it's got it all. Our supply of resources is a bit scattered at the moment, and we barely have production and assembly operational. Basic refinery, basic assembler, I think. I don't actually know, I would have... yes, it's up here. Also, I gotta get reacclimated to the controls. I'm still trying to use Q and E for ascent and descent a la 4D Golf and other games of that nature. It'll be an adjustment. For now, though, we need to start thinking. We assembled this drill with the hopes of gaining materials to use in the refinery. How is that going? By the way, past self, I would like to know. Well, we've got a lot of stone, a good sign. How about production on that stone? It looks like we're mostly constructing silicon. I remember wanting to do that. I remember there being... Yeah, we needed computer parts, so we wanted to refine all of the silicon in existence. But our ultimate goal is to get back to our base on scenic Mars over there, nearby Octanus Mons. Though technically Octanus Mons is our ice field. It's close enough to base that we'll be able to find our way back. And to do that, we need to get our lovely helioduster, as I've been calling it, back home. Preferably with a means to actually land. The big problem with the helioduster right now is that it is run out of hydrogen. And we could get back home by the power of gravity and an emergency landing if we could just get some ice. The pirate ship we stole has ice and hydrogen. But I want to make sure we are good to go. So I'm going to try and just like search out the great unknown worlds and see if we can't work something through. We don't have much to make advanced, like, sciencey components like thrusters that are ions, because we don't have, like, rare materials, but with the stone, the iron, and the silicon, we can make a lot of basic stuff. We can build walls and all that. We did a lot of work trying to air seal the ship. So I've barricaded a lot of entryways, and we just have this side door. up through here into the old cabin, captain's quarters of the ship, the bridge. That's no longer the bridge. We've moved the bridge down here due to needing to ransack the old bridge for computer parts. But with what we have, we are pretty good to go. Priority number one in all of this, though, is to make sure that we have full control, because there were a lot of parts of the ship that didn't have actual thrusters involved. So let's just run through the checklist. We have forward, we have back, we have left, we have right, we have up, we have down. Okay. So with what we have, our goal is, as always, get more ice. Just fill up the hydrogen tanks. In the worst case scenario, if we feel like we truly cannot gather ice, I will attempt to siphon all of the hydrogen remaining on this ship into the helioduster and make a run back for home. But I think for the time being, our goal is to go just across to the different worlds, get some... well, not the different worlds, different asteroids. Find one with ice, find one made of ice even. And from there, survive and live and thrive and be good. So what's a good asteroid? You see any good asteroids around here that we may want to try and look for ice on? Preferably I'd like to go that way, simply because it's back towards the base. I don't want to go too far. Though I will admit I am not able to identify the material composition of asteroids from such an extreme range. So if I'm the one who has to choose where to go, it's basically a guess. I am gonna shift this way, though. Try and pick one that isn't one we've been to before. Like, let's say that one that's right in front of us that I can't see due to the conditions of our bridge. Let's just run towards it. See if we can get this right. Engage thrusters. Go! So I like this assembly because our ion thrusters push us forward, but then there's a hydrogen thruster to slow us down. So even in the worst possible scenario of... well, okay, not the worst possible scenario, but we decelerate a lot faster than we accelerate, which I think is good for collision avoidance. Especially when I'm running the ship. Let's say a solid 25 meters per second. That's a reasonable metric. Okay. We're impulse. It looks like something's smoking outside the ship. Maybe that light? Our dampeners are operating relative to the ship, so we should be good to just get out and repair as we wait to reach our destination. Ah, it does appear to be the light. I'll just take it. We've outfitted the ship with a drill on the front, though we may want to clear out some of the clearance so it can point even farther. I also should maybe not be out here for so long. Where's our forward? There's our forward. I can't really gauge distances at this distance. Depth perception is not here. Refinery is still going, that's good. Do we need to worry about power? I think we're fueled by a nuclear reactor somewhere on the ship. Battery says we have 16 hours, which is good. But that implies I'm not using the ion thrusters. What if I am? 2 hours. I think that's still enough. It's definitely enough for this stream by literal numbers. Condolences to the unknown signal. I care not for cosmetics at this time. Though if it were powered by a nuclear reactor, that would have been some free uranium I could have used. And we'll never be fully starved of power because we have 3 solar panels on the helioduster. I could connect the helioduster to the ship via some connection port and then have free energy so long as we look at the sun, which we can do. The individual minor pixels of the asteroid are starting to change. So I'm going to go to the... Oh, I've changed the angle of the ship. Not what I meant to do. I'm going to go to the viewing bridge and see. I can't see a dang thing from here. Whose idea was it to make this bridge? A useless bridge. I can't see out it at all. I need to put a camera on the front of the ship. That'll let me see. Oh, we've lost a part of the hull. I guess I disconnected that while grinding the other metal. Good thing movement in space is relative. Oh, that was bad. I bungled the airlock and now we've lost pressure to this room. We're getting closer. I don't need all ice in existence. I just need some ice in existence. The ship has landing gear and hydrogen thrusters. Do you think it might be possible to land the ship on Mars? If the ship were fully constructed and not half of a wreck I cobbled into being operational, then I would say absolutely. In its current state, maybe not. If the rear thruster was repaired, we could maybe try and go for a vertical landing and then just tilt over onto the landing legs. That could work. But I think I'd rather just trust the helioduster for my landing needs. Another unknown signal. It's a bit out of the way. I'd rather avoid it. I've also been watching a lot of tutorials on general space engineer stuff, like how to program a drone and how do antennas and beacons work. Very useful. I feel like I'm going to get a lot more knowledge on how to sort of make an industry for myself and not simply a single ship that flies who knows where. Though I do like the nomadic style I have. It's really out of necessity, given my inexperience. Looks like we're in visual range of the asteroid we're heading to, or the asteroid cluster at least. Doesn't look like it's made of ice. I've seen asteroids made completely of ice before. This is not one of them. But it is still entirely possible for there to be ice patches on the asteroid, even if it's not all ice. And this is a large asteroid. There's potential here. Stop, and I'm gonna move forward. We're gonna go into dynamic operating range here, just sort of fly around. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should do that with the duster. We need to save hydrogen, I think. Yeah. The Duster will be my scout. Maybe. Depends how much acceleration we're getting on those ion thrusters. I only have one per direction. It's not too bad. Okay, it's pretty bad, actually. Our acceleration is peanuts. Maybe it would be more if I ripped off all the old hydrogen infrastructure, just reduced our weight. The real answer, and what I'm hesitating to do, is add more thrusters. I don't want to gut this ship anymore for parts. Wait, what am I doing? I can just do the survey myself. I have a jetpack. I can fly. I even have a drill so I can look for ice. That is not ice. Is that copper? It's iron. Okay. Sorry, it looks pretty coppery, what with being orange. I don't even know if copper's a material in this game. Iron, nickel, cobalt, silicon, those are the ones that come to mind. Ice, we're saved! Excellent. It's a bit in a concave location, but I think that's fine. We have it. Oh boy. This be a lesson to all. The laws of kinematics are real. Put that over there. Okay, we lived. We didn't, but we lived. No time for distractions. No time for comedy. We get the ice. I think our best approach would be to go below the asteroid field. Ah, I've left the thrusters on the helioduster on. It's fighting the ship and it's burning all of its battery. I fix. Okay. Oh, wait. There is a camera. Wait, we can use that. I tried building a drone before. Did I put a remote controller on my hotbar somewhere? There it is. I have everything I need. Okay, big box there. Then camera, and as I understand it, the correct orientation for camera is the metal grid, the metal bar is supposed to be like a smile. Wait, I might be incorrect, because I'm looking at the picture of a camera and I'm suddenly self-doubting myself. Well, we'll try it. And how do we try it? With the block. Camera 3. Nope, it's backwards. I should have followed the instructional guide in the picture. better. This will let us line up the drill easier. Perfect. Now, where is that ice? Camera. There it is. Careful, careful. The supply of ice is all we'll need. Oh, contact. Drill. Looks like we've drilled through the left edge of it. The right edge, a bit more crystalline. Still looks like ice. I think it's still ice. Okay, top half at least looks pretty clear. We are colliding with the asteroid to the right, but not too badly. What's our inventory looking like? How much ice we got? 136,000 kilograms, which is to say 136 tons. We have an oxygen generator. Does that also make hydrogen, or am I a fool? Oh, it's disconnected. Yeah, let's do an inquiry onto the ship. Generator. Oxygen generator 6. Oxygen generator 5 incomplete. Oh, wait, I think the oxygen generators are the, like, plant... No, those are the oxygen farms. And what's the oxygen generator? Oh, no, it's an O2H2 generator. Max card input 500 kilowatts. Okay. I got worried. This is what we're looking for. But where is it? Where on the ship is oxygen generator 6? Easy to figure out with some lights on, thank you. Self, for turning on the lights in your own camera, or your own helmet. Oh, thank you, Self. I really appreciate the hard work I'm doing is being recognized by me. You are an oxygen tank. You're a small cargo container. You are a hydrogen tank. I recognize your shape. You're an oxygen farm. This would imply that you nominally have some connection to the oxygen generator, because you're both making oxygen. Hydrogen tank. Maybe let's go ventral. Small cargo container. What are you? Oxygen farm. Yes, okay, you're connected to the tube. And then this is another hydrogen tank. So it's further to the front of the ship, wherever it is. Ah, here it is. I found it. And then over here is the broken one. Yes. I understand. So, next question. Why aren't you attached to the rest of the ship in terms of conveyor passage? You're connected to this large cargo container, aren't you? System inventory, storage inventories. It won't let me move it here. Why? The drill is connected by a conveyor to this conveyor, which is then connected to this cargo container here. In fact, this is the one that has the ice in it. Going further, this cargo container should be directly connected to this cargo container right next to it, which I will need to sort of drill my way in to see better. Is it because access is denied? Okay, now that I legally control this cargo container, is there a through line? Yes! Excellent, okay. The problem with our system was that the storage containers were not ours, and therefore would not communicate with each other. Interesting, though. But this means that we are now officially generating hydrogen. I hope. Next order of business is probably repair the hydrogen tank that's destroyed. Because there is one, like, back here. And I could use a lot of work. I'll do what repairs I can. It's not a lot. Oh, oops. Not what I meant to do. Alt middle click. That's what I wanted. I don't exactly trust the production system, so I'll just re-add the build planner. Okay, we actually have a lot in storage. Mostly large tubes. Yeah, mostly large tubes. And of course, that's what we're missing. We do have a lot, though. Okay, we've reached the limit. Now we production. And given the numbers involved, it's just iron. So we should be fine. Thank you, assembly. Excellent. Now, I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm pretty confident in saying that we have basically just doubled our hydrogen supply. Now, I'm going to cut this one down to hack level. And fortunately, that didn't break anything, which means the hydrogen inside should still be inside. Access is still denied, though. Did I not go far enough? Well, I definitely went far enough that time. All the oxygen in there might have just been vented into space, and that would be tragic, but tolerable. Oh, no, it looks like it's almost filled. Good. And the amount inside is changing, which implies it's connected to the rest of the system. Everything looking good. The stated hydrogen supply of the ship is still listed as being 50 exactly, which is weird to me. Let's check the systems. Tank. Hydrogen tank 1 is access denied. Hydrogen tank 2 is empty. Wait, why is hydrogen tank 1 access denied? I just built that thing. Really? How true is it gotta be? Oh, yeah, it is! That's weird. That ought to fix ya. Much better. Hydrogen tank 1 is empty. Hydrogen tank 2 is practically full. I guess they could just hold a lot of hydrogen. So my immediate plan with regards to the helioduster is to put a transfer port on the bottom in between the two landing legs. Put another one on this side of the ship right here, and then use that to fill up the hydrogen tanks. I don't need this to be this. Like, I don't need it to be a cargo container specifically, so I'm going to swap it out for a conveyor junction. Wait, do conveyor junctions have specialty sides for large ones? Nope, looks good. Good. Now for the port. The connector, as it is legally called. I need steel plate. I'm sure we've got some free steel lying about somewhere. That's not steel. That's steel. Perfect. Now we just need another one. Let's launch the Helioduster. Move it a bit closer to destination, but nearer to the supply cargo. Oh, almost bumped to the solar panels. I've come to regret some of the design decisions I made in the Duster, particularly the lack of any reasonable thruster fuel capacity. I think I'm generally good at construction, but I'm not the best at design. I tend to just build like the bare minimum of every single element that I need, and then nothing else, which gives me this very bare bones connection of important component to important component. I definitely think I need to make more thrusters and respect that my ship has to be heavy in order for it to be heavy duty. That's something I like to admit. Okay. Now for the attachment. Do we have clearance? We do. Okay. Begin roll. Roll complete. Now to align. Step 1, align to the side view. Step 2, align to the front view. Roll the rest of the way, please. Careful. Oh, the parking brake landing pads have connected. Oh. We are good. We are connected. Let's put these in a group of Duster, fuel. There we are. Now, Duster fuel, let us turn on stockpile. Excellent. We can refuel. Oh, and this has like excellent implications. This means, okay, since this ship has so much fuel and so much ice and so much all the other stuff, we can use this as an orbital, like, fuel farm tank. Fuel supply. Like, we just leave this ship above the area and we just use it to refuel as needed. Oops, we've lost a bit more of our armor plating, but that's fine. I don't need it. Okay, so I think our next task is to go back to right about Phobos. Phobos is pretty close to immediately above where we started, and it's just a general good landmark. All right, we are clear. We've got plenty of ice on board, I think. Yeah, 111,000 with a bunch of generators all across the ship. We are clear. So let's go to Phobos and prepare our landing. This will require a bit of a redesign of parts of the Helioduster, but overall it should make it a better vessel. Oh, and repairing the hydrogen tanks at the back has given us the hydrogen thrusters attached to the back as well. We're now more maneuverable. Okay, we've accelerated up to 73.36. This is the fastest that this ship has ever gone under my jurisdiction. Oh, there's another camera. I should be careful because I'm pretty sure Phobos does designate a physical object that we are entirely legally capable of crashing into. I'm gonna put a little bit of impulse to the side, just to make sure that over the magnitude of the distance, we will not collide with it. The real danger is that I pay really no attention and just start falling into the Mars gravity field. So please, indulge me and make sure I'm not distracted. Interesting that the pirates refer to this as a small cargo vessel. I suppose the pirates are operating on a scale much larger than I am. I've only really deal in very small fighters, which I consider to be big ships that do big important stuff, but that's because I'm new. I haven't had to build a giant behemoth of a vessel before. I built one and it was like a massive solar panel powered just square. Mostly hollow. It just had some cryopods stapled to the inside with fuel tanks and cargo containers, and you just sort of piloted around. It was a lot less like a ship and more like a bulked up hyperspace ring from the Star Wars prequels. It was more something to attach a regular fighter ship to and then jump to wherever you're going. Mobile cargo containers and a hyperspace hyperjump ring. I hope to build something cooler and big. Big and cool at the same time is my problem. Helioduster's cool, it's got the solar panels, but it's not big. This ship, I didn't build, so it doesn't count. But having gotten reacclimated, understanding all the cool new stuff that has been added since I last played over a year ago, I think I'm ready to partake in the greater world of Spengineer nonsense. This was my trial run, and I think I'm ready. Would absolutely love to do multiplayer stuff. There are public servers, and I might just jump into one and start doing stuff. That's more a matter of my own personal confidence than anything. I have not bothered to gain control of the beacon on the ship, though that would be the obvious, easy way to remember where it is. And as much as it's good practice, I will not actually do that. instead, I will simply park near asteroid Phobos and work from there. I think our best acceleration comes from our lower decks, simply because there's, I think, 3 hydrogen thrusters in total, the most of any direction. So I'll plant us sort of level like this and begin deceleration. Oh yeah, that's some good deceleration right there. Lovely. Okay. I'm saving because this is the moment of truth. This is not Mars. Landfall. And just to make sure that we're not continually saving this as landfall, we're just going to do that. I really just wanted like a separate quick save bar just then, just to make sure it worked. Point gets across though. Okay, so the Duster. We've had to retrofit it with a lot of stuff to get it space-worthy. We ripped off all of the ion thrusters from that one drone we attacked, and using that we've been able to operate in space. But as we go back to land, these are going to be useless dead weight. So I'm going to get rid of all of them. Hydrogen thrusters we have 2 backwards, 1 forward, 3 down, 1 up. Cargo is minimal. Tanks are full. This should work. And if it doesn't work, well, oh, okay, I think it'll work getting down. I'm curious as to whether we'll be able to get back up. Okay. Detach. I forgot 2 things. 1, we need to turn off stockpile. Number 2, we need to turn on the hydrogen thrusters again. Okay, for real this time. We are away. First order of business. Rotate to the sun. Get us some spare electricity for the road. The old design failure where the lateral hydrogen thrusters are blocked by the solar panels is still there, so I'm just going to keep them splayed out for now. Okay. Here's the plan. We do not have antenna range to see the base, but we do have GPS coordinates for Octanus Mons. I am going to target landing at Octanus Mons, regardless of success or failure. Because if we can make an emergency landing at Octanus Mons, like say we get down there and we're good, if we need to reascend, Octanus Mons has ice on it. And the Helioduster has an O2H2 generator aboard. So it's a good emergency standby, and then we can just sputter our way back to base. For most of this, I am just going to coast. Point to Octanus Mons. Oh, wait, I just thought of something. It's nighttime. We won't be able to see the ground all that well. Should we wait until sunrise? I think I want to regardless. I can can do some design changes while we're waiting. Mostly I want to extend this back and move the lateral thrusters to the tail end. Just a little bit more. Oh, okay, you know what? No. I'm impatient. I want to see this work. All right. Prepare to go in 3, 2, 1. We are away. Okay, general assessment. We have 13 minutes of battery power here doing nothing. This is an unfortunate consequence that we are powered by solar panels and the sun is currently away from us. We don't need that power to do anything but keep us afloat. So I'm going to get us generally pointed towards the sun, splay out the solar panels, and just collect as much light as we can before we hit the ground. This can also be a good way of detecting that we are pretty low. In that, once the sun goes below the horizon, we can assume that the ground is pretty close to us. That only really makes sense given our current circumstances, but I think it'll count. One thing I'm noticing is that we are accelerating. We are in the planet's gravity at last. There's a actually existing asteroid in the planet's gravity. That's wild. We're not going to hit that, are we? No, I don't think we will. Still, it'd be cool to have a slightly gravitied asteroid base as a base. We are reaching terminal velocity. We're not in the atmosphere yet, but we're reaching Space Engineer's speed limit. Do you think if I used the Gatling gun, I could use the recoil to help slow down? Maybe not with one on a ship this large, but if a ship was mostly Gatling guns, do you think it would have the thrust-to-weight ratio? Maybe not on Earth, maybe on the moon. Okay, our target is Octanus Mons, and we can sort of estimate our arrival time based on the current stated velocity or distance. Assuming we're going straight towards it, which we're not. In fact, we're off by quite a bit. Yeah, based on my rough estimate, we are landing there. Oh, we also have an altitude meter. I don't know if that's sea level or ground level. The distinction is going to be pretty important. More importantly, though, it gives us an estimate. We're about 4 minutes off of the ground. I don't want to mess with lateral movement all that much, so I think the current plan is to just fall, land wherever we land, and then sort of do a series of successive hops to get over to Octanus Mons. Who knows, though? This might be closer to our base than not. So, through no action of my own, the game appears to have frozen? Is that? Are you seeing that too? Am I frozen? I don't think I'm frozen. Spengineers is not responding to anything I'm doing. I can hear the thrusters. Actually, wait, why can't I hear the thrusters? I should be accelerating. I have closed the game. It is still... Oh. Okay. Okay, game broke. I forgive it. I don't know what that was about, but we were going too fast. Let's try that again. And like almost at exactly the 1 hour mark of the stream, I think that is a complete coincidence and will not consider it further. Oh, hey, we're back. Excellent, fantastic, wonderful. Let's continue. Did you know you can open the color picker by pressing P? Okay, we're in the falling phase. Given the opportunity, I will try and bolt us a little towards Octanus, just as convenience. Though it seems we're back at the part where we're above that one asteroid. Okay, take two. Whatever made us crash last time, or freeze last time, let's hope it does not happen again. So I think that is weird, right? The fact I can hear it? Or is this just a side effect of going fast? If I go into the systems and I turn off these. Wait, we still have an ion thruster, right? Are there any other thrusters I should care about? No, they are all off. But it does seem like it's affecting the sound. Are we rotating? Are we tilting? I think we're tilting. Why are we tilting? I didn't think Spengineers had aerodynamics, and I'm not sure if that's what this is. I tilt the other side. No, it's just a constant rightwards roll. Maybe we're being leveled out? Maybe it's some interplay with the solar panel wings? What if I'm upside down? Still to the right. Okay. We may be lopsided in some way that I do not fully understand. Or maybe the gyro is interfacing weird. Container, landing gear, thruster, hinge, gyroscope. Power overrides are off. Nothing. Okay. I'm gonna guess it's something with the solar panels. Combined with our high speed. Okay. "19 kilometers up, I would estimate a collision, assuming ground level, in 3 minutes. And sea level, I have no idea." The good news is we appear to be falling a lot closer to Octanus Mons than last time. Oh. Space Pirate Salvage Station. That's a terrestrial station. Space pirates have a land presence on Mars. I don't know if I knew that. Know it now. Oh, wait, we're rolling left now. Interesting. I think. It's hard to tell. Okay, about 2 minutes to collision. Things are getting mighty dark. Meanwhile, the salvage station is continuing to be very real. I must have known about that. I probably just avoided it out of fear. Oh, I'm seeing other bubbles. They might be like stations and such. That's cool. Civilization's real. Yeah, we are very rolling to the right now. Yeah, okay, it's something symmetrical. It depends on which way I'm tilted to begin with. Interesting, interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, there's Octanus Mons. 6 kilometers out. We should probably start going into maneuvering mode. "30 seconds to impact, in theory." I'm going to start doing some manual deceleration, see how that goes. Oh, there's the base. We found it. Excellent. Redirecting to that. Decelerating now. I think I picked a good time. We're down a half. Hey. We have control. Okay, so we're just gonna sort of zigzag our way over. Solar panels are off. We have 5 minutes of power left. That's unfortunate. Ah, okay. The low power is probably a result of the hydrogen generators generating hydrogen. Okay, let's turn ourselves around and put dampeners on full. Oh, I picked way too close for that. Do not underestimate the gravity on not Mars. It's 0.9. But we are grounded. Nice. Man, we're back. All the things, the gridded ground, the giant hangar door, the giant hangar, the car, this thing, our refinery, this giant ladder. It's all here. It's just as I remembered it. Haphazardly made and barely constructed. We're back. Now that we have that connection port, we should probably... Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lightning storm. Okay. Emergency, get everything into the bunker immediately. Okay, get that down. We are down. Get the door closed. Should I bring Demor into here? Do I even have sufficient control of you? Remote access. Control? Gotta say, Demor is actually entirely functional as a terrestrial drone. Remote access, take control of Demor, bring it in. I don't really care about it being a clean parking job. I just want to make sure that they're in there. Okay. Let's lock the doors before the storm decides to hit us. Okay, we're home. We're safe. Let's turn off the... I assume it's the generator doing this to us. No. Can I turn the entire ship off? I vaguely recall a way to do it. I just don't remember the control. Oh, that's what checking the key bindings is for. This is not what I was looking for. Not here either. Not there. Ah, okay, this. Movement, rotate, toggle up, down, systems interactions. Broadcasting local power switch. Okay, why? There we are. Oh, it's in the right corner. I should have seen that. No worries. So, what do? Is the storm still real? Very likely, yes. I've got an idea. Won't this, if I use the health station here, the survival kit, will this alter my spawn? Then LCD panel, survival kit, toggle block. I reckon this is working how I think it does. Anyway, I do that because I want to explore the pirate station. I know it's a bit of a risk, but I like to risk. So I will save now, and we will proceed. About a minute out. I discovered revolutionary makers. Yay me. Gonna trust my hydrogen tank is sufficient. Okay. Going in hot. Oh. I think this was a station that fell to the surface. It's the only other way to explain the ion thrusters. Especially considering they're still burning. Is that a bomb? They better not have rigged this place to explode. What else is here? Whoa. I saw that. Just too late to dodge. Did I bring a gun? Really hope I brought a gun. I did bring a gun. I have a pistol. Big concern is the bomb. That really is what it is. I can't tell if it's armed. It's not glowing red like the other one. Just in case. I'm gonna take a few steps back and then blow it up. Oh, you chump. I know exactly what happened just then. I was minding my own business. I was doing a good job. And all of a sudden, I blew it up. It fell over. The turret became able to see me because it was falling over. And then I got shot. I realized a little bit too late. And now there's a sandstorm obfuscating in my everything. Let's get there fast. If I play this right, I should have enough fuel just in the tank itself. Sometimes the maximum impulse in Space Engineers makes it less fuel efficient to do stuff that would be normal in real life. Like, the fact that I can only go up to 110 meters per second means that gravity has a lot more opportunities to pull me back down. I can't just go on a hyperballistic arc.
Fuel low.
Acknowledged. Take everything back. Okay. Now that we have a little bit of stuff to work with, I'm gonna dig my way in. The big fear is the turret. Okay, we're in. And don't see the turret, don't see the turret. Okay. Here's hoping that was the only bomb. Oh, hey. Free uranium. I need a terminal. Not that. If I dismantle it, it won't be repairable. I don't have the tools for it. The supplies. Is there anything else? Anything at all? Is that a connector? No, it's a big heck off turret. It'll have to do. Okay, we've got 2 hours. Control panel. What are we dealing with? Turrets. We have Gatling turret rear and interior turret 2. I think interior turret 2 is the one I've been dealing with up until now. There it is. Okay, my plan is to detach the floor it's on top of, thus making it be useless. A resounding success. Now, is there anything here of worth? I've kind of blown up most of what I would imagine would have been nice to have. So aside from raw scrap and some high-end components from thrusters and such, I don't think this is really lucrative of me. What's the inventory look like in this ship? Just hydrogen tank and Gatling ammo. No treasure. I'll take Gatling ammo, though. And then I guess I'll take a large ion thruster for the road.
Inventory full.
Anything I can dump. Not really. What's this say, by the way? Was something? Ah, it corresponds to that station over there, which we already know about. Well, I've taken what I can. A few thruster components. I'm okay with that. Now to very carefully journey back. Oh, lightning. The storm is still very real. I think we'll need to shelter until it's over. Yep, here's the storm. We found it. Even worse, I can't see the ground anymore. Where they put the ground? Please, I want to stand. Oh, there's the windmills. Get down, get down. Okay, welcome to the bunker. And while I'm here, I'll restock my fuel and oxygen tanks now that we're off of a ship that can generate them. You, right? It surprises me that the ship has been operating on stable power for a while, despite being fueled by hydrogen. Maybe it's because it's drawing from the windmills instead. I thought those lights, I thought there were 4 lights, just, yeah, okay, it's alternating back and forth. Oh, welcome to the bunker. We've accomplished our goal. Hasn't even been that long. We've already made landfall and survived. Most of our Ghoul rocket components are in space, though. Oh. Oh, with power removed from the hinge. These are just... They have nothing holding them together. They're just ragdolling. We want power. We would want a connector in here somehow. Denmore's a side connection. So is the truck. Both optimized for this one right here. Well, we don't care about the inventory. We care about the supply. electricity. So let's just work with that. Also, frankly, I do not care all that much about the ground clearance for the truck right now. I just want to make sure everything has sufficient power. Good. Now we connect. There we are. Now, battery is 1 days of charge. That should help increase. Just to prove it, though, let's go find a battery in here and see what it says about its current conditions. Current input, none. Okay, we activate the ship. Current input 200 kilowatts, current output 1.86 kilowatts. Fully recharged in 18 minutes. Stored power is increasing. Good. Demore, you have been basically stagnant this whole time. How's your batteries looking? Current output 24 kilowatts. Stored power is 805 kilowatt hours, fully depleted in 1 day. It's actually, I would say, closer to 2 days. Well, like 40-ish hours, 30-ish hours. Day and a half. So you're just doing nothing, and your battery is fine because you're just doing nothing. I just thought of an interesting thing for a ship. It's kind of like peacock concept where kind of like the solar panels here, they can splay outwards, but instead of it being actual solar panels, it's just like individual strips of the hull lining it, so it just goes like whoosh outwards and it's all spiky like a porcupine. It would serve very little functional purpose aside from looking cool. But it would definitely look cool. I was also thinking of something where like there's a tiny piston that like pushes out the Gatling turret. Or it's like a rotary system where it's like it spins out. There's like one of those little flush panels and it just goes through and then it shoots you. That'd be cool. Storm looks pretty existent. I think the piston trick would be a bit too... It would take too much space up. So I do think the best option is to, like, spin this into itself somehow. Part of me wants to make a break for it. Oh, I saw that lightning. I saw that lightning. I did not like how close to the ground it was looking. I'm closing the door. I'm not making a break for it at all. So, Demor, here, this little drone I have. This was a creation from the first stream I did, or at least earlier before this current streaming regimen. Its whole idea was to be a very compact, maneuverable driller. So it would fly off to who knows where, drill stuff by remote control, and then come back. So it's basically just one massive drill encased in thrusters of the atmospheric variety. And it does that, but I'm not sure if this is a good use of a drone. Its ability to sort of 3D rotate and drill in any direction is good for terrestrial mining. But I'm not sure if that's the correct use of a drone for this niche, like specifically mining like this. Because the entire thing with mining is that you're going to be stocked up on a whole lot of ores and materials and stuff. It's going to weigh it down. And so if you're operating on something that's supposed to be as small a frame as a drone, the percentage of weight made up by its cargo is going to outpace the literal weight of the drone pretty quickly. In space, I definitely think a mining drone is a good idea. Small form frame and acceleration is just a matter of time it takes to get back. But on the ground, when there's the problem of gravity overwhelming your weight limit, I think maybe it's best to just have honestly, I don't know, some kind of crane ship? Kind of like what I have with the truck here. You go around, you dig. This one is a lot better suited for scraping material out of the surface. Like, this one's definitely optimized for getting ice along a lake. Or maybe just like a flying ship that's bigger, bulkier, more dedicated to thrusters. I fear the tyranny of the rocket equation, being somebody that knows orbital mechanics and the general principles of rocketry. So I hesitate to try and make something this big and bulky fly. Like, look at this thing. This thing is barely anything, and I'm trying to fly with it. You could take all of this part without the solar panels and use it as, like, the starting point for a much bigger ship. So maybe a lot of my problems are the fact that I make things too small. This may as well be a drone for how little it has on it. It's supposed to be a general purpose, like a single purpose drone machine fighter. And here I am using it as my general method of travel. And in the future, I do want to make, like, big ships, capital grade, weapons of death and destruction to do cool stuff with. I want to be a better nomad than this. Make a ship so big it has its own hangar. Not today, though. Is the storm still raging? Yes. Yes, it is. Don't see any more lightning. The turbines are in overdrive. Looks like the wind is lowering. Could I use this to determine the end of the storm? I don't know. Open the doors again. So it's been a few minutes. How's the batteries in here looking? Fully recharged in 9 minutes. 8 minutes. Pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna make a run back to Phobos. I just want to see if I can. Attach, lift, back up. 39 minutes of charge. Excellent. Much better than the 6 we were dealing with earlier. Okay, Phobos is there. Begin ascension in 3, 2, 1. We are away. I cannot see a thing. Where are we? Oh, we're getting above the clouds. And we've reached max speed. Now we're going to have to babysit the thruster. Want to keep it as high as possible so that we are exiting the gravity well as quickly as possible. Our hydrogen fuel is decreasing in the tanks, but it's increasing thanks to the ice we have on board. Together, this will probably give us enough fuel to get there. 6 kilometers up, gravity is decreasing. I can see Phobos now. I'm going to tilt towards it. I don't know how the game determines in atmosphere or not. Like where it decides where the cutoff is. I would like to splay out the solar panels at the point where we're no longer in atmosphere, but I don't know where that is. Starting around the HUD, I don't see anything that would designate that. Fuel is at 85, 84. I choose display solar panels now. Okay, we are definitely still in the atmosphere. Do not strike my ship with lightning, please. By sheer distance, I think we're about a third there. But as gravity lowers, it will be easier and less fuel consumption-y to get there. There's Olympus spawns over there, Octanus spawns below us. I suppose we could have gone to the terrestrial station, maybe bought a ship with all the money I have. All 11,000 of it. All 17,000 of it, I should correct. I sincerely doubt that's enough to buy a ship. Is something bad gonna happen if I keep rotating like this? It doesn't seem like it's stopping me. But it does end pretty quickly when I stop accelerating it myself. I just had a really interesting idea for a kind of ship or drone or something. Basically, it's something dedicated and automated, almost, to the task of launching things from the ground to low orbit. And I mean in the realm of space engineers. Basically, it's just some drone that you just put a ship or whatever into, and then that big old drone launches out to the edge of space and then detaches and comes back down automatically. If you figure out and set a particular weight limit, it should be able to pick up anything using probably hydrogen and then launch it into space, put it there, fall back down, and then land and restock on hydrogen. If you have a good hydrogen tank, like infrastructure of having a lot of hydrogen, then that should work quite well. It would take out a lot of the babysitting of flying up like this, though at the cost of it probably just being really fuel expensive. Oh, I think that's the rock we found on the way down. Just sitting there. Hydrogen tanks are stuck at 63. I think we are out of ice. That is okay, though. We don't need to decelerate that much. We can use the gravity we're still in. There's Phobos. Where's my ship? Is that my ship? Yeah, I think that's my ship. Locked on to some hostile component or whatever. And stop. Hey there, buddy. Good to be back. Let's park. We did it. We're back. How the system's doing? How's our hydrogen tanks? That's what I really want to know about. 11.8% full, 100% full. Wow, you can fit a lot of hydrogen in one of these tanks, huh? We've been processing ice this whole time, possibly. And we've still only got like 5% of the full capacity of this ship operational. But hey, we have a system. Helioduster can get us to the surface and back. I like it. Okay. I don't have any particular thing left I want to do. I didn't expect things to go this smoothly. And it's hard to motivate myself to start a project in a place that I'm like about to dump to go to a full world that's all brand new and stuff. So I think I will simply do something funny and try to land this ship as is on the surface of Mars anywhere. Not even gonna bother trying to pick a place to land or get close to the base. I'm just gonna go down. This is a terrible plan, but it will be a celebratory fireworks display. Actually, I could take this time to sort of stack the odds in my favor. I have an idea. We do not need upward thrust.
Inventory full.
So I'm going to gut some of the other thrusters on the ship to improve our vertical stopping power. Cancel these. You're good. You, I just need a little bit of stuff. According to my sensors, we are in the gravity well, so if we could hurry this along. Okay. Given that this thruster is working and this thruster is working, I have to assume that the entire conveyor network in between them is good. And it is. We in the gravity now. Oh, our gravity is slanted because it's arguing with the gravity generator. Here, let me fix that for you. Oy. That's funny. Okay, systems, we are falling past the big rock. Oh, the thrusters are good. That puts us at 5, I think, pointing downwards. Pretty good odds. Let's level out the ship and see what kind of acceleration we have. That's going to be close. That's practically Earth gravity. Just by my approximate count. We'll have to be careful. I don't think it's safe for me to get out of the ship anymore. I don't want to risk it. And once again, the mysterious rotation. This time it does seem to be biased towards the right. Sorry, the left. This screen is not informative. I think it stopped. The rotation, that is. No, it's swaying the other way now. So about 4 minutes to impact. How we feeling about our odds? Actually, you know what? Fantastic idea. I'm starting a poll. All right, you've got a minute. Make your prediction. In the meantime, let's just pass the time with like a 1-minute ad break or something. I won't touch the controls until then. Place your bets now. Will I crash? Will the ship crash? There are 2 things you need to consider. One is the capability of this giant behemoth of a ship, and the other is my piloting skill. 2 factors you must consider in your vote. Meanwhile, let's just... Every second that goes by is just a little more opportunity for there to maybe be a problem on the horizon. Okay, the predictions are in. And the advertisement is over. Hello and welcome to the ever intriguing question, are we gonna crash? Today's contestant is this half of a pirate ship that I stole and refitted to serve my needs in an emergency situation. On our bottom we have 5, count them, 5 hydrogen thrusters and a weight of 358 metric tons. Impact is in about 2 minutes. So we will have to start fighting gravity soon. is a lovely day in not Mars, clear skies, low winds, temperature in the high negative 20s. This is your captain speaking. We will be landing at our destination shortly. Thank you for flying with Ferry Tour Cruise, and we hope you enjoy your stay on Mars. Okay, 1 minute to impact. We are passing the atmosphere. Hello, Acela. We are in the middle of crashing. The primary question right now is, are we going to survive? I am going to activate the thrusters in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition! We are decelerating. We are decelerating. We have thrust. Okay, in that case, let's fall a little bit more. Okay, 2 kilometers. Gonna reactivate at 15. Oh boy. Go. 80, 70, come on! We lived. Okay. Now let's get back to base. Ahead full. I'm gonna try and babysit the velocity vector just to make sure we don't crash, but it's a good sign. We should have plenty of hydrogen. This thing is full of the stuff. Careful on the approach, careful on the approach. I'm a little concerned about our velocity. We may want to slow down. We have a hydrogen thruster to reverse thrust. Yes, we do. Okay, I'm okay if we sort of coast over the base a little bit. I'm not too worried. Lower our lateral speed, maintain level flight. Given our thruster arrangement, there is no direction that is more biased than another in lateral slowing down, so I don't have to care about orientation that much, aside from my own convenience and ability to see. Too high, a bit too low. I can see the turbines, I can see the runway. I doubt we can fit the ship inside the current hangar, especially since the hangar is full already. Okay, inertial dampeners at full. Bring it in slow. So more. We have at least one parking brake on this thing that works. Let's use it. Touchdown! We win. Hello, one and all, to the surface of not Mars. Fantastic. We did it. We got a ship going. Oh, I can turn off the HUD. Excellent. Here, full cinematics. Get the wind turbine out of the frame. Absolutely fantastic. We have conquered this world. Not really. The space pirates have a base a few kilometers out, which I've ransacked for money. But the general sentiment is here. We've conquered gravity. We have flown between this stream and last week's stream. We have gone to space. We have done stuff in space. We have come back to space, not only with the ship we left with, but also a new ship that we stole. This is a win. This is me winning. This is what winning looks like. Cool. I agree. I agree. This is some win-shaped stuff. Is that an ore detector? It is. We can use this to detect ore. Like that one, which we already knew about. Or that one. I say, not actually pointing at another one. There's ore around here somewhere. I remember there being a nickel deposit we've been using. Do we have the clearance to remove this from the drive? I think the big problem we're having with this ship is the steering. Left 3, 4, 5, right 3, 4, 5. I assume 3 and 4 is probably the... we want. Yes. So then right steering 3, 4 should, with no propulsion, that was incorrect. So between 3 and 4, swap these, and then maybe 5's the correct one? No, it's 1. There we go, now we're steering. That is slightly easier to control and run into my robot drone. Uh-oh. No, wait, we're free. Okay, there's an order of operations to this. Step 1, get Demor out of here. Remote access, take control of Demor. Move to front camera. Unpark. Fly. I'm gonna park this on the big ship that we stole. Done there. And now we take the truck out. Do not be stuck. Forbid you to be stuck. I could probably just go in a straight line if there wasn't a giant ship in the way. Demor, I want to remote access you again, just to make sure I turn off the dampeners. Then we can remote access this? Yes. All right, I think we moved the ship. We did. This truck out here. That was close. I like it. I think we've properly demonstrated our general competence and can move on to more advanced stuff in the new world from scratch for real this time. A proper actually real stream series of Spengineers instead of just hijacking off of an old game playthrough I did on my own a year ago. We can start from scratch, survive on the ground, make a ship, fly at places, do cool things. I'm gonna need to establish like goals and plans and stuff. It's gonna be wonderful and also a little bit stressful. But that's fine. That's fine. I can do that fact. I admit, it's only been 2 hours, but I've run out of things to do. I've reached my goals. I do not want to start something that I would just have to end in an hour or so anyway. And I'm honestly a little sleepy today. I burned out a lot of energy doing wacky hijinks with Acela yesterday. It was a good time, but it is an exhausting time. Okay, I'm gonna go. Tune in maybe tomorrow, depending on how much political sway I have. But definitely Sunday for additional shenanigans, of which the specifics I cannot describe. I haven't planned them yet. It's fine, Acela. It's fine. It was fun and it was good, and we're doing more of it. And we're gonna keep doing more of it and not stop because we want to do more. We've got at least the current year planned out, and then next year's idea in the wings. It's gonna be great, and it's gonna be good, and it's gonna be fine, and it's gonna be nice, and it's gonna be decent, and it's gonna be well. I'm Exception. This isn't TV. Have a good day, and good night.